Assalamu alaikum and welcome to all students of AWNC 9 in online session. Today my topic is antidepressant drugs, which is important and also interesting. So you should know it. Antidepressant drugs. Depression is the most common of the affective disorders, defined as disorders of mood rather than disturbances of thought or cognition. It may range from a very small condition bordering normality to severe psychosis, depression accompanied by hallucinations and delusions. Worldwide, depression is a major cause of disability and premature death. In addition to the significant suicidal risk, depressed individuals are more prone to die from other causes such as heart disease or cancer. The symptoms of depression include emotional and biological components. Emotional symptoms are misery, apathy, and pessimism, low self esteem, feelings of guilt, inadequacy, and ugliness, indecisiveness, loss of motivation. Biological symptoms are retardation of thought and action, loss of libido, sleep disturbances, and loss of appetite. There are two distinct types of depressive symptoms, namely unipolar depression and bipolar affective disorder. Unipolar depression, in which the mood swings are always in the same direction, bipolar depression, in which depression alternates with mania. Unipolar depression is commonly, about 75% of cases, non-familial, clearly associated with stressful life events, and accompanied by symptoms of anxiety and agitation. This type is sometimes termed reactive depression. Other cases, about 25%, sometimes termed endogenous depression, show a familial pattern unrelated to external stresses and with a somewhat different symptomatology. Bipolar depression is usually appears in early adult life, is less common, and results in oscillating depression and mania over a period of few weeks. There is a strong hereditary tendency, but no specific susceptibility genes have been identified. Now, affective disorders are depression, mania, anxiety, tension, obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD. The causes of depression: idiopathic or primary cause, secondary depression due to drugs such as reserpine, propranolol, alpha-methyl-dopa, alcohol, disease such as Parkinsonism, myocardial infarction, left ventricular failure, vitamin deficiency such as vitamin B1. Now, the biochemical causes of depression are decreased concentration of noradrenaline and 5-hydroxytryptamine or serotonin in limbic system. Diagnosis of depression: clinical findings by measuring the end product of noradrenaline, that is vinyl mandelic acid, and 5-hydroxytryptamine by 5-hydroxyindole acetic acid. Now, theories of depression: the monoamine theory, the monoamine hypothesis, and animal models of depression reserpine by amine depleting drug theory. The monoamine theory, main biochemical theory of depression, is the monoamine hypothesis proposed by Schildkrant in 1965, which states that depression is caused by a functional deficit of monoamine transmitters at certain sites in the brain, while mania results from a functional excess. Pharmacological evidence of the monoamine hypothesis. Monoamine hypothesis proposed that in depression there is deficiency of the neurotransmitter noradrenaline and serotonin in the brain, which can be altered by antidepressant drugs. Drugs that affect depression can modify amine storage, release, or uptake. Thus, the concentration of amines in nerve endings or at postsynaptic receptors is enhanced. In support of the monoamine hypothesis are the findings that Amphetamines, which reduces postsynaptic noradrenaline and dopamine from stores and prevent their reuptake, have a weak antidepressant effect, while the antihypertensive agent reserpine, which prevents normal noradrenaline storage, causes depression, as does experimental depletion of the serotonin precursor tryptophan. The importance of serotonin, the findings that depressed patient may exhibit downregulation of some postsynaptic serotonin receptors. Reserpine. Soon after the introduction of reserpine in the early 1950s, it became apparent that the drug could induce depression in patients being treated for hypertension and schizophrenia as well as normal subjects. Within the next few years, pharmacological studies revealed that the principal mechanism of action of reserpine was to inhibit the storage of amine neurotransmitters such as serotonin and noradrenaline in the vesicles of presynaptic nerve endings. Reserpine induced depression and depleted stores of amine neurotransmitters. Therefore, it was reasoned depression must be associated with decreased functional amine dependent synaptic transmission. This is known as amine hypothesis of depression. Biochemical studies. Many studies have sought to test the amine hypothesis by looking for biochemical abnormalities in CSF, fluid, blood, or urine in post mortem brain tissue from depressed or manic patients. But many secondary factors can affect their concentrations. Neuroendocrine mechanisms include the hypothalamo-pituitary axis and the hypothalamo-pituitary adrenal axis. The findings that 50% of depressed patients have elevated plasma cortisol concentrations constitutes evidence that depression may be associated with increased hypothalamic-pituitary axis drive. The plasma cortisol concentration is usually high in depressed patients and it fails to respond with the normal fall when a synthetic steroid such as dexamethasone is given. This formed the basis of a clinical test, the dexamethasone suppression test, which is also used in the diagnosis of Cushing syndrome. Recent evidence suggests that depression may be associated with neurodegeneration and reduced neurogenesis in the hippocampus. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which exerts effects on neuronal growth. The role of brain-derived neurotrophic factor in depression is supported by the observation that stress both reduces its expression and impairs neurogenesis. Elevation of mood produced by raised neurotransmitter concentrations produce immediate alteration in postsynaptic receptor activations, leading to changes in second messenger systems and to gradual modifications in cellular protein expression. Antidepressants increase a cyclic AMP response element binding protein, which is in turn is involved in regulating the transcription of genes that influence survival of other proteins including brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which exerts effects on neuronal growth. The role of BDNF in depression is supported by the observation that stress both reduces its expression and impairs neurogenesis. Pharmacological evidence supporting the monoamine hypothesis of depression, such as TCA, tricyclic antidepressant, block noradrenaline 5-HT reuptake, mood increased. MAO inhibitors increase the stores of noradrenaline and 5-HT, mood increased. 5-HT increased 5-HT synthesis, mood increased. Reserpine inhibits noradrenaline and 5-HT stores, mood decrease. Alpha-methyl dopa inhibits noradrenaline synthesis, mood decreased. Electroconvulsive therapy increases CNS response to noradrenaline and 5-HT or serotonin, mood increase. Now the types of antidepressant drugs. Antidepressant drugs fall into the following categories: inhibitors of monoamine uptake, non-selective noradrenaline or serotonin uptake inhibitors. These include tricyclic antidepressants such as amitriptyline, nortriptyline, imipramine, desipramine, etc. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, fluoxetine, paroxetine, sertraline, etc. Selective noradrenaline uptake inhibitors, meprytilene, reboxetine. MAO inhibitors which is monoamine oxidase inhibitors, reversible MAO selective inhibitors, MAO A selective inhibitors, that is moclobemide, irreversible non-competitive inhibitors, that is phenelzine, tranylcypromine, which are non-selective with respect to the MAO A and MAO B subtypes, and novel compounds or miscellaneous or atypical and newer receptor blocking compounds are trazodone, mirtazapine, and venlafaxine, etc. Another classification of antidepressant drugs is reuptake inhibitors, TCA and SSRI, receptor blockers, mirtazapine, trazodone, nifazodone, etc., enzyme inhibitors, MAO inhibitors. Now, the effects or mechanism of action of antidepressants. TCA prevents presynaptic uptake of the amines noradrenaline and serotonin. SSRIs predominantly block reuptake of serotonin. MAO inhibitors reduce the activity of monoamine oxidase in breaking down presynaptic amines more available in synaptic cleft. Some antidepressants, mifazodone, block postsynaptic receptor directly. All types of antidepressant drug take at least 2 weeks to produce any beneficial effects, even though their pharmacological effects are produced immediately, indicating that secondary adaptive changes are important. The most consistent adaptive changes seen with different types of antidepressant drugs is downregulation of beta and alpha 2 adrenoceptors as well as 5-HT2 receptors. Recent evidence suggests that antidepressants may act by increasing neurogenesis in the hippocampus. Tricyclic antidepressant. Tricyclic antidepressants are chemically related to phenothiazines and some have similar non-selective receptor blocking actions. Important examples are imipramine, amitriptyline, clomipramine, etc. Most are long-acting and they often converted to active metabolites. Principles of treatment of depression by increasing the concentration of noradrenaline and 5-HT in the limbic system, by inhibiting the uptake of noradrenaline and 5-HT in the presynaptic nerve ending, uptake 1, it is 70 to 80%, by decreasing the enzymatic metabolism of noradrenaline 5-HT in the synaptic cleft. The enzymes are MAO and COM, that is monoamine oxidase and catechol O-methyl transferase. Now, the mechanism of action of amitriptyline. Amitriptyline inhibit uptake 1 of noradrenaline and 5-HT or serotonin, increased concentration of noradrenaline and serotonin in the synaptic cleft, prolonged duration of action of these neurotransmitters at receptor site, downregulation of postsynaptic receptors, and causes antidepressant action. The adverse effects of tricyclic antidepressants. The commonest unwanted effects are those of the antimuscarinic action, that is dry mouth, blurred vision, constipation, raised intraocular pressure, urine irritation, etc. Sedation due to H1 block, postural hypertension due to adrenoceptor block, weight gain due to histamine H1 receptor block, occasionally mania and convulsions, prolongation of the QT interval of the ECG, risk of severe cardiotoxicity, that is ventricular dysrhythmias, especially in overdose. Drug interactions of TCA liable to interact with other drugs, that is anesthetics, hypertensive drugs, NSAID, MAO. Pharmacokinetics of antidepressant drugs. TCA and all rapidly absorbed when given orally bind strongly to plasmaprotein. 1995 plasmaprotein bound to therapeutic plasma concentration. They also bind to extravascular tissues. Metabolism. TCA are metabolized in the liver by two main routes. Half-life is 10 to 20 hours for imipramine and desipramine about 80%, 80 hours 80 hours. Indications or clinical uses of antidepressants. Depression, moderate to severe endogenous depression, panic disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, phobia, school phobia, neuropathic pain or chronic pain, migraine, nocturnal enuresis in older children, attention deficit disorder, bulimia nervosa, catalepsy associated with narcolepsy. SSRI. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors include fluoxetine, paroxetine, citalopram, sertraline. These are the most commonly prescribed group of antidepressants as well as showing selectivity with respect to 5-HT over noradrenaline uptake. They are less likely than TCA to cause cholinergic side effects and are less dangerous in overdose. In contrast to MAO, they do not cause cheese reactions. They are as effective as TCA and MAO inhibitors in treating depression of moderate degree, that probably less effective than TCA in treating severe depression. They are also used to treat a particular type of anxiety disorder known as obsessive compulsive disorder. Adverse effects SSRIs are common adverse effects are nausea, anorexia, insomnia, loss of libido, or sexual dysfunction. In combination with MAO, SRIs can cause a serotonin syndrome, characterized by tremor, hyperthermia, muscle rigidity, and cardiovascular collapse, from which deaths have occurred, have less sedative and less antimuscarinic side effects than the older TCM. Advantages of SSRIs over TCA are antidepressant actions are similar in efficacy and time course to those of TCA. Acute toxicity, especially cardiotoxicity, less than that of MAO or TCA, so overdose risk is reduced. SSRI are less sedating and have less antimuscarinic side effects than the older TCA. No food reactions but dangerous serotonin reaction, that is hyperthermia, muscle disease, etc., can occur if given with MAO. TCR incompletely absorbed, SSRIs are well absorbed from the gut. TCR undergoes first pass metabolism, SSRIs does not undergo first pass metabolism. Half-life of TCA are short, half-life SSRI are long. TCA has more autonomic toxicity, as SSRI have minimal autonomic toxicity. TCA is not safe for patients with coexisting heart disease. SSRI is safer for depressive patients with coexisting heart disease. MAO monoamine oxidase inhibitors are moclobemide, reversible short-acting MAO-A selective, phenelzine, phenylcyclamine, irreversible long-acting, non-selective between MAO-A and MAO-B. MAOs are monoamine oxidase inhibitors were among the first drugs to be introduced clinically as antidepressant but were largely superseded by tricyclic and other types of antidepressant whose clinical efficacies were considered better and whose side effects are generally less than monomers. These drugs can cause irreversible inhibition of the enzymes. Moclobemide is used for major depression and social phobia. Adverse effects of MAO inhibitors are postural hypotension, sympathetic block, atropine-like effect as with TCA, weight gain, CNS stimulation, restlessness, etc. Acute overdose cause CNS stimulation, sometimes convulsions, cheese reactions, drug interactions with other amines, pethidine, chlorphomamine also. Changing and stopping antidepressant when an antidepressant fails to lack of efficacy despite an adequate trial due to unacceptable side effects, it is gradually advisable to changes to a drug of a different class for a patient who does not respond to SSRI or TCA or a novel compound such as venlafaxine, reboxetine, or mirtazapine. When changing between SSRIs and on TCA does should be reduced progressively over 2 to 4 weeks. When a new drug is to be introduced, it should be cross-tapered, that is, the drug gradually increases as that of the substitute drug is reduced. Future antidepressant drugs, several compounds are in development. They include antagonists of the neuropeptides, including CRS and substance P, as well as compounds active on NMDA, acetylcholine, and histamine receptors, and compounds that act on the signal transduction pathways responsible for neurogenesis, neural plasticity, and apoptosis. The aim of future antidepressant drugs is to satisfy the following criteria: fewer side effects, that is, sedation and anticholinergic effects, lower toxicity in overdose, rapid action, greater efficacy in patient non-responding to TCA and MAO inhibitors. These all are about antidepressant drugs. May Allah bless you.